Zombie survival games are everywhere. But which ones are actually worth playing? From hardcore realism to fast-paced action, here are some of the best that you need to try. Let's get started. The first game of this video is called 7 Days to Die. It's a brutal open-world survival game that drops you into a zombie-infested wasteland where every decision is important. By day, you scavenge for food, craft weapons, and build defenses to stay alive. But when night falls, especially during the terrifying blood moon hordes, the true fight begins. Zombies grow faster, stronger, and more aggressive. Blending elements of first-person shooters, survival horror, tower defense, and RPG progression, the game gives you total freedom. Explore ruined cities, mine deep underground, or construct massive fortresses. The next game on the list is Stay Out. This game throws you into a haunting, atmospheric survival experience inspired by the mysteries of a forbidden zone. Set in a dangerous, anomaly-filled world, you step into the shoes of a stalker, an explorer driven by risk, reward, and the unknown. You'll navigate landscapes, avoid deadly anomalies, and scavenge for gear while managing hunger, radiation, and constant threats from both creatures and other players. Every encounter feels tense, and every choice can mean the difference between profit and losing everything you've worked for. With focus on realism, exploration, and player-driven stories, Stay Out creates a slow-burn survival journey. Up next is SurrounDead. It's a gritty open-world survival game set in a post-apocalyptic landscape where danger lurks around every corner. You wake up with nothing, surrounded by abandoned towns, military zones, and forests crawling with the infected, and it's up to you to carve out a way to survive. Instead of rushing you, the game lets you set your own pace. Scavenge for supplies, trade with survivors, repair vehicles, and slowly build up your gear while exploring a massive, desolate world. The next game is called Zombie Army 4 Dead War. This game is an explosive third-person shooter that throws you into an alternate history where the horrors of World War II doesn't stay buried. As one of the last resistance fighters, you'll battle through war-torn Europe, facing off against hordes of undead soldiers and nightmarish creations unleashed by a fallen regime. Armed with powerful weapons, brutal melee attacks, and the iconic slow-motion kill cams, every encounter feels intense and satisfying. Whether you're fighting solo or teaming up with friends, the game keeps the pressure high with relentless waves of enemies and epic boss fights. This game is a fast-paced experience where strategy, aim, and teamwork are the keys to pushing back the undead apocalypse. Next, we'll be taking a look at DayZ. This game is a hardcore survival experience that drops you into a massive, unforgiving world where danger doesn't just come from the infected, but from other players. There are no missions, no checkpoints, and no second chances. Every life is a fresh start, and every decision carries weight. You'll scavenge for food, weapons, and medical supplies while battling hunger, illness, and the constant threat of betrayal. Encounters with other survivors can lead to cooperation or instant conflict. Trust is rare, and survival often depends on how well you read the situation. The next game on the list is Dying Light. It's a fast-paced, open-world survival game that combines brutal combat with zombies and fluid parkour movement. Set in a quarantined city overrun by the infected, you'll spend your days scavenging for supplies, crafting weapons, and helping other survivors hold on. But when the sun goes down, everything changes. The infected become faster, deadlier, and far more aggressive, turning the night into a true test of skill and courage. With its unique day and night cycle and emphasis on mobility, Dying Light delivers a thrilling mix of action and tension where staying one step ahead is the only way to make it through alive. Up next is Eternal Evil. It's a first-person survival horror experience that leans heavily into pure fear and tension. Trapped in a dark, abandoned city overrun by the undead, you're left to uncover what happened while desperately trying to stay alive. You'll explore eerie environments, solve light puzzles, and manage your inventory carefully as you face off against terrifying enemies that can overwhelm you in seconds. The game focuses on atmosphere over action, building a constant sense of dread with every step you take. With its classic horror inspiration and intense, claustrophobic design, Eternal Evil delivers a chilling experience where survival depends on caution, timing, and keeping your nerve when everything around you is trying to drag you down. Now, we'll be taking a look at a game called Darkest Days. It's a cinematic open-world zombie survival game that blends emotional storytelling with intense, large-scale combat. Set in a world collapsing under a relentless outbreak, you'll follow a survivor's journey through chaos, loss, and the fight to rebuild in the face of overwhelming odds. Along the way, you'll encounter other survivors, form bonds, and make choices that shape how your story unfolds. At the same time, you'll need to gather resources, upgrade your base, and defend against massive waves of the infected threatening everything you built. The next game on the list is State of Decay 2. It's a community-driven survival game where staying alive means more than just taking care of yourself. It's about building and leading a group of survivors in a world overrun by the undead. Every character has their own skills, traits, and story, and losing one can have real consequences for your entire community. You'll scavenge for supplies, secure safe houses, and expand your base while managing morale, resources, and constant threats from zombie hordes. Special Infected add extra danger, forcing you to adapt your strategy and stay prepared at all times. Blending survival mechanics with base building and long-term decision-making, State of Decay 2 creates a dynamic experience where success depends on leadership, planning, and the strength of the people you keep alive. The final game we'll be taking a look at in this video is called Unturned. Unturned is a unique survival game that mixes a simple, blocky art style with surprisingly deep and challenging gameplay. Set in a zombie-infested world, you'll start with nothing and work your way up by scavenging supplies, crafting gear, and securing safe places to survive. Whether you choose to cooperate or go it alone, every encounter can shape your journey. And that's it for today's video. Hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one.